So since we just recently wiped not that long ago, a lot of you would have lost all your blueprints. And today I want to show you how to easily solo the Harvester event in Ark Raiders. You can indeed get the Jupiter and the Equalizer from the Harvester event. I've also had a lot of people commenting on my videos saying that they struggle to get both of these blueprints because they don't know how to do the Harvester event. And today I'm going to show you a nice and easy way on how to do so. So I have indeed loaded into Dam Battlegrounds and we are going to make our way over towards the Harvester. If you don't know where the Harvester spawns, all you got to do is open up your map, search for the little Harvester icon, and that's exactly where this Harvester event is going to spawn. Oh, for this event, I do indeed like to bring in one wolf pack because usually there is indeed a vaporizer or a rocketeer that hovers around the Harvester, and it's a lot easier to take him out than trying to avoid him. But sometimes you can actually avoid him. If it is the vaporizer, it's much easier to avoid the vaporizer as his the route that he takes around the Harvester is it's way easier to avoid than the Rocketeer's route. The Rocketeer likes to get nice and close to the Harvester event, so bringing in one or two wolf packs will definitely make your life a whole lot easier. But nonetheless, if you don't have your wolf packs, you can still go ahead and do the Harvester event. I'm going to show you exactly how to get in and get this event done as a solo player. So let's make our way over and get some blueprints. Alright, so we have a spawn of a vaporizer, which I much prefer when the vaporizer, as I was saying, the vaporizer's route that he takes is way easier to avoid than it is the Rocketeer. So that's pretty good. We got the vaporizer spawn down here, so we can make our way over and see if there's anybody around this area first. I always like to check if there's anyone in this area just to see if they're going to be friendly or not. So one of the very first things you're going to have to do when doing the Harvester event is you're going to have to pry open these doors. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make your way in, come up onto the second level, get up, and we're going to start breaching all of these little containers there. Once you breach the containers, you will find a canister inside of these containers. Now one canister, I just found one canister there, but we have to come back outside as it's about to initiate one of its attacks, which is a fire attack, which will indeed kill you if you get stuck inside. So you can either come up onto the roof or go back out the door, one of the 3 doors that are downstairs, whichever way you prefer. But one thing to know, if you're going to be going onto the rooftop, just be careful that the queen isn't nearby, because the queen will indeed start to attack you if she is indeed nearby. Now, as you've seen, I've just got one of the canisters. We need to get 3 of them. Now, one of them will indeed spawn on the ground already, so you just need to find 2 more. Now, I like to just find the canister and drop it down into the area where we're going to insert it. It can make this process that little bit quicker. And there we go. There is indeed the second canister got, so we can drop that down as well. And then we're going to go on to the next stage of the Harvester event. So once you have all 3 canisters, what you need to do next is you will indeed need to drop down, insert the canisters into these little slots here. There is 3 slots for each canister. Now I would recommend, if you are solo and other players have come over, to individually insert each one. Don't try open all 3 slots and then run around and insert them real quick. You have to open one, insert it, open the second, insert it, and open the third, and then insert it. Now, as you've seen, I was indeed shooting the lights. Once you've inserted all 3 canisters, you will indeed need to shoot out all of these little flashing lights. Now, every 20 to 30 seconds or so, it will reset, and then all canisters will fall out, and then you'll have to go back in, put all the canisters back in, and destroy the lights. The lights will not respawn. So now we've made our way inside, we're going to put all the canisters back in again and destroy the rest of these lights. Once the lights are destroyed, the Harvester event will indeed be complete. So there's one in. The other guy's going to put in the other. We can reload our weapon and start destroying these flashing lights. Now, it is much easier if you bring in a fully automatic here to destroy these. It'll make your life so much easier. You'll get this done a little bit quicker as well. But nonetheless, we have 2 more people here with us, so we should get this done handy enough. Now, once it drops, you need to stand in one of these locations to have a good chance of pulling out a blueprint. There is indeed 3 slots. I have noticed recently that not all a blueprint will spawn in all 3 slots. Only 2 of the slots you will indeed get a blueprint spawn, so it can be a little bit of luck at times. Now, I would also highly recommend going around and looting up all the containers that is indeed inside of the Harvester. It will add a lot more loot value into your stash, because there is indeed a spawn of energy ammo in each of them. There's a 5 stack of energy ammo in every single container. So once I've gotten my blueprint, that's what I like to do. I like to go around to each of the containers, loot them up, and take as much loot out as possible. Now, I will say if you are doing this on Damn Battlegrounds, or even any map, just to bring in a raider hatch key, because there is indeed hatch keys close enough to the majority of these harvesters. So as you've seen from the video, it's actually super easy to do this event. You shouldn't be making this one complicated at all. Now, I will say for one of the electric attacks that happens inside of the event, sometimes you can do an electric attack instead of the fire. Now, it's better if it's doing the electric attack, because what happens then is you can take off your shield and you won't take any damage whatsoever. Now, another thing you can do while you're destroying the lights is you can indeed put one of the canisters in, and it will keep attacking you with electric, so you won't actually have to leave the inside of the harvester, and then you can just destroy the lights super quick. So while we're here, we're going to take out this good old vaporizer, and then we can indeed try loot up some of the queen, because the queen is outside, and I heard someone throwing wolf packs at it earlier on, so I'd like to be able to get a couple of queen cores here before we dip out of this one. But first we need to take down the good old vaporizer. Now, I do have some more really good videos coming. I think you're really going to like the next one. I'm trying to get it out as quick as possible, but right now, where I'm from in Ireland, we have a heat wave, and when we have a heat wave in this country, it's a disaster. We're not geared for heat. We're only geared for rain. So at the moment, we're struggling over here. But it should be coming either tomorrow or Friday, possibly. But here we have the queen, so we're going to take off some of the armor and see if we can get a couple of queen cores here. I do also want to ask everyone, how has everyone been enjoying the new matchmaking update? I have been getting into some funky lobbies. It's really hard to understand what lobby you're in, or it's really hard to determine if you're in a PvE or a full-on PvP lobby. I find that, like, I'm getting into late raids. If I get into a late raid, it's definitely going to be a PvP lobby. But it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I don't know if I like it like that, though. I as a PvE player myself, I definitely like knowing that I'm in a PvE lobby. I'm kind of guessing now a lot, but I might like it with a little bit more doing. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Do you prefer the way it is now, or do you prefer the old way? Some people say they don't even notice any change, that they're just straight up still in PvE lobbies, and some people are just in non-stop PvP lobbies. But my lobbies have been super mixed. They have been so mixed up. I don't know what's going on, really, to be honest. Alright, let's see if we can get ourselves a little queen core here. Nope. That has been raided. A couple of more here. Let's see. Oh, this one's looking good. Nice. Little queen core that can go on to the trader. Lowered prices on the trader as well, which I think is actually pretty good. It's very doable. The only problem is stash space. Stash space is such a nightmare. I reckon to just give us an extra 100 stash space for like 1,000,000 coins or something. I'm gonna take out the queen, and then we can indeed go and extract. But that is indeed the harvester event in Arc Raiders. It's so easy to complete as a solo. It's so easy to get all the blueprints as well. Hope this video helps you out. For the people who have been struggling, there's been a couple of harvester raids I went into, and people haven't really been able to figure it out. They've been putting the canisters in all wrong. They've been putting one canister in, then going around trying to find the other ones, and then it's just been a mess. But hopefully this video helps you out if you have been struggling to do this event. That is indeed all for now, and I will indeed talk to you in the next one.